Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to talk about Kylo's extended hand. So today I'm going to be talking about Star Wars Last Jedi. This content contains major spoilers for Star Wars The Last Jedi. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is Kylo's extended hand. So what is that? So we are in Star Wars Last Jedi. Kylo Ren and Rey have just killed Snoke, okay? And at this point, there is also Kylo Ren and Rey have just killed the elite Praetorian Guard. Okay, Kylo Ren, having defeated his master Snoke, having defeated the elite Praetorian Guard, with absolutely zero obstacles to him ruling the galaxy, extends his hand to Rey and says, "Rule with me. Let's sweep aside everything. Let's sweep aside the First Order. Let's sweep aside the Resistance. Let's sweep aside the Sith. Let's sweep aside the Jedi and create a new order." Okay. Now, it is my opinion that Rey should have accepted this offer. Okay. Now, I think this is going to be a kind of a distinct and different take because I haven't heard anybody say this. Here's why. If Rey had said, I had just moved toward Kylo Ren and put her hand in his hand and said, "I will rule with you," that would have worked out best for both the Resistance and for the First Order. And here's why, okay? Now, what's the problem? What's the opportunity? What's the problems and what's the opportunity if Rey accepts Kylo Ren's offer to rule the galaxy with him? Well, the problem is Kylo Ren is a straight killer. Like, he is a Sith apprentice, now become essentially a Sith Knight, right? And it's arguable that he might even be a Sith Master at that point. And I understand that they don't really apply that to Snoke and Kylo. So at this point, but he also he killed his own father without remorse and without hesitation. Actually, even that is complicated. It is my opinion that Han Solo actually ignited the lightsaber, but to every single witness of the event where Han Solo died, it has appeared, including Rey, that Kylo Ren has killed his father. Now, without a doubt, Kylo Ren has straight murdered a whole bunch of people, without a doubt, right? Okay. However, and he has even said by his own words, "Yes, I am a monster." Okay, like that, he has 100% acknowledged that he is a horrible, dark monster, right? And I acknowledge that fully. Okay, so why am I saying that Rey should have accepted his offer to rule the galaxy with him? Well, here's why. The other thing that is absolutely proven within Star Wars Last Jedi is that Kylo Ren does have sentiment. Okay, there are some vestiges of humanity. I'm not even going to say good. There are vestiges of humanity within him. He respects human civility. Okay, I wouldn't even say that there's any good within him. I'm just saying that he respects human civility. And we see this within Last Jedi, where he has the opportunity to kill his own mother, which in the dark, if you're a dark Jedi, right, that's extra points, dude. That just adds to your power base. People step aside from you farther in the hallways when you walk through. That's all good under the Dark Jedi tableau, right? Well, the reality is, the reason why he didn't do that was, he's like, yes, I'm a monster, but man, even Kylo Ren, I don't kill my own mom. Like, nobody does that. Sure, an angry son can kill his dad. We all get that, right? But no kid ever kills his mom. That's just a bridge too far, okay? Right. So, all right. So to me, I can understand all of this about Kylo Ren. So Rey's got all this in her head. She's like, he killed his dad. Like, he's a straight murderer, right? So she is coming at this from a logical perspective, okay? So why am I still saying she should absolutely have accepted Kylo's offer to rule? Here's why, okay? Kylo has sentiment. We know that, right? He also has a tremendous amount of goodwill and respect specifically for Rey. Now, why is that? Well, one, it's her power base. If nothing, Kylo respects power. And if nothing else, Rey is ridiculously powerful. And the reason why Rey is ridiculously powerful without any training, right? What she got from Luke was absolutely minimal and barely scratched and barely is even involved in her power base, right? The reason why Rey is so powerful is that Kylo has achieved so much and became such a powerful Dark Jedi that the Force itself said, we cannot allow this imbalance to exist. And the Force rose up Rey as an insta-Jedi, like a Jedi that did not need training, that had ridiculous amounts of power and ability, ready-made to fight Kylo Ren, all right? Makes sense from a story perspective. It's a solid structure, right? Now, Kylo respects that power base, and in addition to that, he has goodwill toward Rey. And one of the reasons why is her relationship with the Force is very similar to his. It is inversed from him, but, you know, if Kylo has a conversation with a stormtrooper or any normal human or a smuggler or a princess or anything, they're not really going to understand him. But Rey does understand him. So he has respect for her power, and he has goodwill toward her because she is his counterpart created by the Force. Okay, so they are on good, they're on light and dark, but he has a special relationship with her that no one else has. So if Rey had accepted his hand and said, yes, I will rule the galaxy with you, it is my opinion then that what would have happened would have been a new order that would not have been a cruel, useless empire the way all cruel empires were, but it would have been a new government formed from compromise, exactly the same way Abraham Lincoln forged compromise from horrible people back in the most difficult times of our nation, right? And here's the issue, okay? I am a spiritual person, but I believe that but when you govern people, you need to govern all the people, even the people who are not within your spiritual sphere, right? So both Rey and Kylo are spiritual people. They're within the religion of the Jedi, okay? But they're about to take ownership, governance. Kylo Ren wants to govern, right? And so he can't govern from a perspective of his own spirituality, right? So the two of them could have created a compromised government that served everybody better than the Empire. Now, I hear everybody objecting, saying, "Hey, if you just put in the rebels, they'll put in a good government that will help everybody." That is a bit old load of malarkey. The rebels already had their shot at the end of episode 6, and they failed to establish a good government. So here's the issue. In this life, it is not enough to stand against something. You must have your own plan, and that plan must be better than what you are fighting against. You have to have an improved plan to replace what you're fighting against. It's not enough to overthrow a government if you don't know exactly what you're going to put up instead, right? That you have to do that, right? It's too easy to just fight. If you don't have a better replacement, then you have no business fighting a government that is in power. If you don't have a better way once that rebellion wins. And the rebellion has already proven that it did not have a better government structure, okay? Not one that could defend its own union, right? And put off even the remnants of the Empire, because that should have been all that was left after the second Death Star was destroyed. So it is my opinion that at that moment, at that one moment in time, Kylo Ren was truly alone. He had no master. All he had was himself and his power, and I think he was 100% genuine. He was saying to Rey, in this moment, I am willing to compromise. I am willing to turn away and build something new. I'll give up some of my killer ways, not all of them, but you are going to have, we're going to have to meet each other halfway. And I think that is how a strong government is actually formed. You take the good and you take the bad, you meet in the middle and you make a compromise. And I absolutely hate compromise, right? But I have enough wisdom, in my opinion, to realize that fighting is not enough. You cannot lead a people. You cannot build a nation on fighting alone. It is a bad idea. And if you just fight and then you don't have something strong to replace everything, that's not going to work. But in that moment where Kylo and Rey had the ability to just talk it through, split up the resources, give half of what the First Order had directly to General Leia, right? I think they could have met in the middle. And I think Leia's enough of a diplomat to allow that, you know? And so I really feel that at that moment, Rey should have accepted Kylo Ren's extended hand, and she should have ruled the galaxy with him. And it wouldn't have been perfect for anybody, but it would have been better for everyone. It's my take. Take care.